people in American history. His name is Frederick Douglass, and he used to be a slave. Born Frederick Bailey, he was raised by his grandmother, and he spent his early years working in the big house, the home of the plantation owner. Eventually, he was loaned to other family members, and he ended up with Hugh and Sophia Ault. At first, things went well for Frederick with the Aults, but soon, things would change.
Frederick, put down that book. You've done a fine job. Come, I'll continue our lessons. This is the letter A.
What are you doing? You can't teach a slave how to read. It's against the law. He's not even a person. I demand that you stop.
And stop she did. Under the influence of her husband, Sophia Ault turned on Frederick and became harsh. This just made Frederick want to learn even more, which he did.
Can you teach me more, ma'am?
No, go slave. Go get Fred and don't come back until you have it.
I can write better than you.
Cannot.
I bet you can't draw a bee.
Oh yeah? Watch me.
I can draw better.
In this way, Frederick learned how to read. He also bargained with the white boys. He gave them bread in return for lessons. Hugh Ault's fierce objection to literacy for a slave had made Frederick realize it was so important for him to learn. Since Frederick was misbehaving, the Ault family sent him to the slave breaker, Edward Covey. Covey had a reputation as a brutal man. This move was meant to teach Douglass a lesson, and it did, but not the lesson they had intended.
Can I have water? Be quiet. I don't pay you to talk. You don't pay me at all. Be quiet.
The two men fought for a long while. As Frederick would later write, this was a turning point in his life. He realized that he could stand up for anything, even if it would hurt him. This gave him confidence to escape.
Frederick Bailey was brave to try to escape. He later wrote his memoir, but never told the details of how he did it because he didn't want slave captors to use the information to capture others. He did, however, name the slave owners who had mistreated him. He ended up in New York. Eventually, he met with a group of abolitionists whom he joined. For the remainder of his life, Frederick lectured and wrote around the country, pushing for an end to slavery as well as the rights for women, Native Americans, and even Chinese immigrants. He became an abolitionist leader who significantly made the movement stronger. At the American Anti-Slavery Association.
Justice to the Negro is safety to the nation.
At the Bristol Anti-Slavery Association.
People will say they like colored men as well as any other, but in their proper place.
At the Friends Meeting House.
Your 4th of July celebration is a sham. Your shouts of liberty and equality, a hollow mockery.
Eventually, Douglass consulted with Abraham Lincoln and became an advisor to the president. Mr. President, Mr. Frederick Douglass.
Mr. Lincoln, I'm honored.
No, the honor's mine. I've heard a lot about you, Mr. Douglass. You do a great deal on behalf of your people.
But so many of them are still undergoing the backbreaking injustice of slavery.
Look, it's not easy. I'm doing all that I can.
You must do more. Help us. You're the most powerful man in this free country.
After this meeting, Frederick became an advisor to Lincoln. He gave incredible speeches that forced Congress to rethink slavery, was nominated as a candidate for vice president, ran a bank, and argued for school desegregation. These accomplishments made Frederick Douglass one of the most amazing people in American history.
Wow, that's not what I expected.